Okay, so here I have a UU battle, and I just threw a bunch of guys together, and they seem to work pretty nice. I lead off with my Torterra, and I sub at the beginning, expecting some shenanigans, and he stealth rocks. Then I go for the Earthquake, get some damage off. He goes for the Meteor Mash. It doesn't break my sub. Here he predicts nicely for me to go to the use Earthquake again, and switches out to Mantine. Then he protects, seeing what I'm going to do next, and I reveal my Rock Slide. Which is bad because now he knows 3 of my moves. He switches out, goes into Shelgon, and I Rock Slide again. So that's pretty good on his part. I Earthquake here, and then he roars. So here I'm trying to get some extra damage as I go for the Fire Gem boosted Flare Blitz. And this Charizard is actually more 4th gen based because I felt like using a Dragon Dance Charizard. And here I go for the Dragon Dance, hoping to live a move. I survive his Dragon Claw with a smidgen of HP, and I go for the Flare Blitz. It only does 41%. I wasn't really going to live his next move, and he ends up wishing, which is kind of bad on my part. Here I go into Electros, who's definitely the MVP of this match. He either predicts me or just wants to pass the wish off to Metang, as I go for the Acid Spray. Then I go for the Flamethrower, super effective, get his Metang back down to half HP. He Meteor Mashes, and Electros takes that like a boss, I gotta say. Then he goes into Mantine, and I Flamethrower. A critical hit only lands 17 damage, which is cool. Then I Thunderbolt here, as he protects. And I'm expecting a switch out, so I go for the Acid Spray, I think it is. What is it? I forget the move name. Yeah, Acid Spray on his Ampharos, which is cool because now he's at -2 special defense. Then I was expecting him to switch again, so I Acid Sprayed again just to be cautious. And now his Ampharos is at -4. He uses Cotton Guard to get to +3 defense. Ends up switching, goes into Quagsire. The only thing I really had to hit him was Flamethrower. Then his Quagsire comes in, and most of the time I would have been like, shit, but I'm carrying Grass Knot here, so that's one hit KO'd. I Acid Sprayed the Shelgon to force a switch almost, as he roars me out. So he roars me out into my Golem, and Golem, he's going to set up the rocks right now, because I hadn't set them up yet. He Toxics my Golem, but Lumberry takes her right out. And I Fire Punch because that's the only thing I have to hit him. I have Explosion and Earthquake on this set with Stealth Rocks. And I really can't hit him hard with anything other than Explosion, but I don't want to waste my Golem like that. Here he Toxics me again, and I Fire Punch. And this is karma right here, folks. I get the burn, and from the second Toxic on Golem. So we're pretty much even. Here it's just a stally bit of me Fire Punching him, subbing up, me not wanting to blow up on a sub. So, and then he Scalds, takes my Golem out, which is like, okay, Golem did his job, the rocks are up. I go into my Braviary, and I U-turn. And here I predicted his Toxic, and I go into Armado, thinking he's Bug Steel. But I'm stupid because he's Bug Rock. And what do I do here? I survive a Scald, and I get the Rapid Spin KO because we're bosses like that, me and Armado. Here he goes into Ampharos, and I just want to get some damage off, so I go for the Stone Edge, but I miss. And I think Toxic takes me out. No, Toxic does not take me out. So, it was actually a Speed Tie as he goes for Thunderbolt there, I think. Or did he outspeed me last turn? I wasn't paying attention. So here, I send out Electros and I Acid Spray. He Thunderbolts, and that still does nothing because I'm Electros. He switches back out, and I predict that nicely as I go for the Flamethrower. No, I did not predict that, but that still KOs it. What am I saying? I should probably watch these as I record them. Here I switch out on his Zubat, and his Zubat is Scarfed, and I did not know that a Scarfed Zubat would outspeed a Scarfed Adamant Braviary, which was like, what? So he sends out Matang as I rock slide up, and he predicts me to predict his switch, but I just don't like over predicting, and I earthquake. He sends out Zubat and air slashes me. So then I send out my Scarf Breviary, hoping to hit him with what move do I hit? With Rock Slide. So here I'm just gonna take his Ampharos out with Rock Slides as he Cotton Guards, which was kind of a waste. I would have just like tried to take it out Breviary here, and yeah, that Ampharos is dead. So he sends out a Zubat, which is his last poke. And here I'm like, good game when I see him outspeed me. But yeah, that doesn't happen. I send out Electros and he surprisingly lives the Psychic, and I finish my opponent off with a Thunderbolt. So a very good narrow 1-0 win for me.